The home cooking of the Ducks continues. Make it 10 straight wins here at the Garden over a span of nearly 11 years. And in this one, thanks to some quick thinking. Jonathan Quick and the Rangers win it 2-1 over the Ducks. Hi, everyone. Inside our Delta MSG studios from the Garden, alongside Henrik Lundqvist, I'm John Giannone. Steve Alliquette will join us in a moment. If you were scripting the storyline for tonight, what stood out the most?
Well, Anaheim is better than last year. They definitely made the Rangers work for this one. But what stood out to me was third line and Jonathan Quick. Those were the two big storylines to me. And, you know, we talked about that third line during the second intermission and just the chemistry they have, the confidence they have right now. But the fact that they ended up scoring the game-winning goal was thanks to Jonathan Quick in my mind. The way he kept them in the game, because Anaheim kept coming. They had a lot of great opportunities.
Scoreless into the third. Jonathan Quick, Lukas Dostal at the other end, a goaltender's duel. But it was Jonathan Quick in the end. Now he has 2 wins this year. We talk about him picking up where he left off last year when he had 18 wins. 2 wins in 2 games, and he's allowed 3 goals on 62 shots.
Yeah, and I always say this when I'm on air watching him play. He's fun to watch. He's very athletic. And we also touched on this in the intermission. He's made some adjustments to his game. He used to be stretched out a lot because of his ability to, you know, he's flexible, he's powerful. He was able to play like that. But since he arrived in New York, at least in my mind, watching him play, it's a big adjustment where he's just further deeper in the net. And he uses his body a lot more. He's more in control. And he just, I mean, that glove, again, he's so quick and so powerful. But the fact that he's using his body more than reaching for pucks now, I think helps him stay in control more. And there's not a ton of broken plays. There was a lot of one and done. A lot of big saves, being able to control the rebounds. And we also talked about that in the intermission where, because there was no broken plays, it allowed Quick to be set with his feet. And when you're set with your feet as a goaltender, you can react much quicker. It's a lot easier to read and also decide where you want to put that rebound instead of moving into a shot or if there's a broken play. There's a lot that goes on in your head that you need to calculate and think about if there's a broken play or pass crisscross. But here tonight we saw a lot of opportunities where it was just one shot straight on. He was able to control that.
Second period wasn't as dominant for the Rangers as the first period was. It was scoreless going to the third. The Rangers had to figure, at least statistically, things would be okay. The Ducks had allowed 11 third period goals so far in their first 6. The Rangers had outscored the opposition 9-2 in third periods in their first 6. And it sort of went that way when Ryan Lindgren scored, but then the game winner comes off the stick of Will Cuylle on a second opportunity because the first one was taken away.
Yeah, and the first one was a beauty. Yeah. I was hoping that would count, but you know, that was a great play, a great pass by Phil, and Cuylle comes in and follows up a great shot where he kind of handcuffed him a little bit, so he was late to come across on that rebound. Unfortunately for the Rangers, it was offside, but just a great indication of this line and what they're doing right now. The sustained pressure, battling. And again, we talked about this in intermission, how they complement each other so well. We talked about Kakko being able to hold on to pucks. Cuylle is the guy, he's hitting more, he's at the net, he's getting to loose pucks, and Phil with his speed. This line so far has been incredible. Again, we talked about it, 3 lines in the league right now that has not been scored against 5-on-5. They're one of them.
Yeah, and they are a combined plus 27. Will Cuylle has 8 points in the first 7 games. Let's hear from him as we begin the post-game reaction. Michelle Gingras in the Rangers dressing room.
Yeah, I mean, I thought their goalie played really well. I think we had a ton of chances 5-on-5. Quickie obviously came up with some big saves as well. And I think, you know, I thought for most of the game we had the edge. It just wasn't showing on the scoreboard. So I think, you know, we just stuck with it and obviously got a few goals when we needed it.
Were you proud of the way that you guys, just to kind of piggyback off of that, kind of stuck to your own game and didn't really play to their style even when it was scoreless, or you guys were just up 1?
Yeah, I think, you know, going out to the third, we just, you know, had the same kind of mindset as the first and second, just try to keep it simple and, you know, get more guys on the ice. And we knew it would be a dirty goal. You know, obviously a few. The first one was nice, the second one a little dirty. So, yeah, proud of the way we battled.
Sorry if you already answered it as well, but just that sequence for you. You get the goal, it gets disallowed, and then you eventually get the other one. What were the emotions like just in that whole time span for you?
You know, no high too high, no low too low, I guess. You know, just try to keep a level head. And, you know, like I said, I'm used to it by now, a few in the last couple of years. So just go out there and next shift and try to get another one.
When you know, after not scoring for the first 2 periods, like you said, you guys had the better of play. What was the bench like when Ryan scores the goal to get you on the board?
Yeah, it's huge. Obviously, you know, it gives us a ton of momentum, gets the crowd in the building into it. So, you know, after that, I thought we, you know, put our foot on the gas a little bit, and it was pretty much uphill from there for the most part.
Your line has had so much success this season so far, just defending really well, creating chances. As you grow in comfort with one another, what are you noticing on the ice?
I think we all do different things really well, and I think, you know, we all kind of complement each other well, and obviously talking a lot and going over game clips and different things. You know, we've gotten to know each other more and just learn from each other different things. You know, like I said, we all kind of bring something different, so it's we all kind of complement each other well.
Do you feel that confidence growing though with the three of you?
Yeah, definitely. I think you know, I think we're playing pretty well right now, and you know, every game is a new game. We just try to come out the same way and try to, you know, restart every game. It's a new game, and just try to play our game.
Will, any jokes flying around after the offside, considering the one that you got earlier in the year?
Yeah, there's a lot. I can't remember all of them.
Phil, we've talked about this a little bit, but it looked like he was flying again tonight. I mean, when he's pushing the pace like that, how much does that kind of open things up for you and Capo?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, you want your center to be driving the line, and he's been you know, great all year. His speed is. He just flies. It feels like he gets a breakaway every game. So especially as a winger, just trying to find him on the breakouts, and it kind of drives the whole play and our whole team up the ice really fast. So it's great.
Some great thoughts from Will Cuylle, and you talked about just how good this line has been and what good chemistry they have. And it's sometimes easy to forget he's only 22, but he shows such great understanding already of the game and poised to say, I'm not going to get too high or too low when all of these goals have been taken away from me in the first couple of years.
Yeah, that's important as an athlete, that you don't get carried away either way, you know, if it's good or bad. But he also talked about the communication within the line, watching clips and really understand what they're trying to do. He also talked about how they complement each other, but it's so important that you talk to each other. In all these meetings, you go through how can we have success offensively, but also defensively. You know, not giving up goals, to understand who's doing what, and you know, every season when you start, you might have new looks in the lineup, on the line. That part is critical, how much you talk to each other and start to understand how we see the game.
Right.
And you can see it right now, and they're having fun. We always talk about in this game, when you have fun playing, you let loose, you don't overthink it. Sometimes you get held back by too many messages from the coaching staff or game plans, but in the end, you got to go out there and play. And when you enjoy that and just let your skill take over, to me, that's what I'm seeing from this line right now. There's no overthinking. They know what to do, and they're having fun doing it.
There was fun on the bench, by the way, when they announced that second Will Cuylle goal actually would stand. Fun has been the operative word for that line.